Hi, this is Marek from Tryb. Today I have a small game for you. This game is called Microcosmos. It's a prototype copy of a game from Thistroy Games. You may know them from Micro City or Skyline Express. Microcosmos, this is a prototype copy. This game will be soon on Kickstarter, I think in May. And this game is about cosmos, about space. You will have a spaceship and you will travel to different planets in the galaxy, and you will try to terraform these planets. You will have different resources that you will have to manage. You will have your crew. You will be able to find survivors on different planets, and you will travel with them to other planets. There are moons, there are space stations, and a lot of things that you can do. I will show you in a second how the game looks like when it's set up on the table. I will tell you more about the rules of this game. This game is from 1 to 4 players. You can play it solo. There is an Automa that you play against that uses a special deck of cards. So a lot of cool things hidden in such a small box. Just remember that this is a prototype copy, and the components and quality will be different in the final version. And let me show you how the game plays, and then we will be back here and I will tell you what I think about the gameplay of Microcosmos. This is Microcosmos when it's set up on the table for a 2-player game. This is not the beginning of the game. We are in the middle of the game, you can say. Here is the part with all the planets that you will be able to travel to. This is the scoring board. It's called Canteen, and here you also have some crew cards that you will be able to get, and some turn summary, so you don't have to check the rulebook to remember what to do and when. Here is the player area for 1 player and for other player, and the player area contains 3, you can say, small boards. This board is to keep your tokens. This one is your cargo board, and here you will track what resources you have. You have 4 resources in this game. You have biomatter, workforce, minerals, and technology. You also can have some crew cards, and this is your arc, your spaceship board, that will allow you to upgrade your ship, get more actions, more upgrades, and more bonuses during the game. You also have some decks of cards. This is the crew. You will get different crew members that you will be able to use during the game, and you have a survivors deck. These are different travelers or aliens that you will be able to pick up from different planets, also to score some points at the end of the game. And how the game plays: basically this planet area here can maximally contain 9 cards, so you have 3 rows and 3 columns. When you start the game, you only have 4 cards: green start, blue start, this one here, and red start. So you have 3 planets at the start of the game, and when you travel with your ship, you will be able to discover new planets. They are taken from this stack of planets, and when you travel to an unknown space, you will randomly draw 1 planet from the bottom of the deck, and you will put it on the table. And the planet card looks like this. You have the terraforming track, and terraforming is one of the most important actions in this game, because if you terraform a planet 3 times, 3 different planets in the game ends. And the terraforming track tells how many times each player helped to terraform this planet here, for example. And this planet is like more advanced one, and you have to terraform it 14 times, or you will have to pay 14 resources to terraform fully this planet. And you have 3 tracks here with 3 different resources. And to terraform a planet, you have to pay the resources, and then you take your token and you move it on this track. Let's say you paid 2 red resources, you move up to space. And when the planet is fully terraformed, every player that contributed to terraforming this planet will get victory points. Every planet, when you land on them, can give you resources. The basic version of the planet gives you one resource usually, and the more advanced one, when the planet is already terraformed, will give you more resources. But how a turn looks in this game? First, you can upgrade your arc, your ship, and let me show you here. You have 8 different upgrades. You have to pay a crew card, you have to pay some resources, and you will gain a benefit. Here is how it looks like during the game. When you start the game, you put these small houses on all the green spaces. There are also, these are colony tokens, some colonies that you will be able to put on different planets. This is trading post, also something that you will be able to put on the planet. This and this will give you some victory points. So if you, let's say, want to upgrade your robotics, you will pay 1 crew card, 2 technology, and you take this token and put on your board. It will be available for you if you want to do a create colony action later in the game. And this is a trading token. It is available for you if you upgrade the upper and lower ability on your arc card. And different upgrades give you different bonuses, like here you have engines. When you start the game, you can move only 2 spaces on the galaxy planet map. If you upgrade it, you can move by 4, by 6 spaces. And so first thing in your turn, you can upgrade your ship, then you can travel, and depending on your engines, you can travel a different number of spaces. And then you can do different actions depending. Okay, first you can play your crew card. You have different cards and they have different symbols. Usually they give you some resources or bonuses. Sometimes you have to pay a resource to get something else, but you can notice that they have different colors on top and on the bottom, and you can use the action on this card if the color touches your player board, because you can place crew cards at the bottom of your player mat or at the top of your player mat, and depending which side of this crew card touches your player board, you can use these actions if you land on a specific planet of a specific color. So you can use this card on a red planet, or this action on a green planet. You can use this action on a moon, this action on a blue planet. So you have to plan accordingly where to land your ship to use your crew card. So if you choose to upgrade, this is optional, then you have to travel, and you have to travel with your ship. You cannot stay in one location. Then you can play your crew cards, and then you can do a destination action depending where you landed. If you landed on the planet, you can gather resources, you can terraform, you can scout. Scouting means taking 1 card or 2 if you upgraded your ship from a survivor deck. The survivor will give you some resources. If the color matches the planet you landed on, you can take this card to your ship, and then with a settle action you can put the survivor on a different planet, and the survivor will give you point at the end of the game. You can create colonies with these tokens if you got them from your upgrade board, and colonies will also give you victory points at the end of the game, but they also allow you to make the terraform action more efficient, because you will be able to pay more resources to terraform planet quicker. And then you have you can create a trading outpost, and making a trading outpost will give you victory points when someone lands on a planet with your trading outpost token. If you landed on a moon or a space station, you have less options. You can gather resources or gain a crew token. And when you do your destination action or actions, depending on also on the upgrades you got during the game, you can get a new crew card if you don't have already 6 of them. And you play as long as 3 planets are terraformed. When 3 planets are terraformed, the game ends. Your main goal is to score as many points as you can, because the player with most victory points wins the game. If you play against Automa, Automa has got its own arc board. There are less upgrades than on your card, but Automa is using normally the cargo board. Automa is getting different resources, and basically is doing the same thing you do. Is traveling across the space, is trying to terraform different planets, making colonies, is getting resources, and is getting crew cards. You have a special deck of cards, and each turn, you know, you take one Automa card, and the card tells you what Automa is trying to do. Like here, Automa is going to travel, then it's going to gather resources, and then create colony. Let's say on next turn it's going to travel resources. Okay, colony the same, but here Automa is going to travel to an unterraformed planet, then Automa is trying to upgrade and terraform and gather resources. So using Automa is not very difficult, but it's cool that Automa is here, because Automa is an opponent. You don't play just to score your own points, but you can lose with Automa. There are different difficulty levels that you can use, so you can adjust the difficulty to, you know, your skills in the game. So this is more or less how you play and Microcosmos, how the game looks like. Now let me tell you what I think about the gameplay. Microcosmos reminds me a lot of Tiny Epic series, so small games with a little simpler rules that you can always take with you when you go on a trip. You can, you know, play in the train probably, you can take it to a game night, and you can always throw it in your backpack and take it with you when you go somewhere. This is not a Twilight Imperium, this is not a serious, you know, long, big, huge space game. It's a small compact game with a lot of fun things that are inside here, as you have seen on the part of the video when I showed you how to play this game. A lot of things that you can do in this game, but it's still small, it's compact, and I like games like this that are not artificially, you know, put in a big box that is half empty. This game from the start tells you and shows you that this is a small game but fun game. And what I like about Microcosmos, that I like that you can do a lot of things in this game. You have all these planets that you can travel to, you have options to terraform the planets. This is the main goal of this game, but you can also upgrade your ship. You have different upgrades that you can use. Some give you benefits, like, you know, that you can travel bigger distance, or you will gain more actions when you're on the planet. You have the outposts that you can set on planets, trading, how they are called, trading stations. You have survivors that you can rescue from different planets, and you have your crew cards. And the idea that the crew cards have different colors on top and on bottom, and you can put them under your player board or above the player board, and sometimes you can play different cards depending where they are located, what color touches your player board, and on what planet you are. This is fun. You have the space stations, moons, different resources that you have to manage, different actions that you can take on different locations. So a lot of cool ideas. The rules are not that complex. Maybe they are not too short. It's not like 1 page of rules. You have 10 or more pages, but they are quite easy to learn. You have Automa mode, and this is cool. When you play solo, you play against an opponent that is doing more or less the same things that you do. Automa travels from planet to planet, tries to terraform the planets, tries to gain crew and score points. So this is really fun. You don't play against, you know, this is not a beat your own score game where you play a solitaire game and just, you know, calculate your points. You have an opponent that you can play against. I'm really curious about the final version of this game and about the Kickstarter campaign, because I bet guys from Thistroy Games, they have some stretch goals in mind and stretch goals planned. So they will probably try to add more stuff to the content that I currently have. But I hope this game will be funded, and I hope it will be a success, because I will be happy to put the game on my shelf between other small portable games that are perfect to take with you where you go on a trip, or on holidays. Perfect. So visit me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. You will find more photos from this game. Click the like button if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel. When the campaign for this game goes live, I will put a link in the description of this video, so you'll be able to visit the campaign and see what Thistroy Games planned for this game. And thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.